I really hate this narrative.
What's good,
Number
bro?
one,
Which
trying to
narrative?
put it on like the LeBron generation, when to me they delivered on delivering good
Real
all-star
talk, you
games
don't
is
have to
crazy.
do this.
To
The
me,
truth is the
LeBron's from the
truth.
I
old
ain't gonna
generation.
be in the
it's
dunk
not the
contest.
But
This is
real
my
talk,
brand.
it's not a knock to LeBron.
I wouldn't
It's
even
not a
able to say
knock to
three
LeBron or
words
AD
before somebody else
Yes, it
coming
is,
off a
bro.
mic.
because
I
it's
wasn't even
not a
able to say
knock to
3
them.
words.
They're just
I
ultra friendly
You're supposed to be
guys.
a host. You're supposed to be hosting.
Real talk. Because it's
Yeah, he's
not a
cutting you off.
knock. It's not a knock to these guys. They're just friendly guys.
Then why'd you
It's
bring up the
really not
banana
a
boat
But
knock.
I'm
house, Ron?
but
Why'd
what
you
this
I
is
didn't bring it up.
When did
Listen
stars
listen to
stop
you,
competing in
you
the
didn't
dunk
even let me
contest?
finish to what I'm saying.
As you
What
were
I'm
saying,
saying
real
is,
talk,
The
what
dunk
I'm
contest,
saying
what the
is,
dunk contest got to do with anything?
yeah,
had this
the
conversation
dunk
a
contest
million
is another conversation.
But
We're talking about
you
the
know who else
All-Star
competes though?
game. We're talking about the
Yes, a
All-Star
fool.
game. We're talking about the All-Star game. And
Right,
the
and real talk, you were
LeBron
making a point, real
generation,
talk.
the LeBron generation
He really got AJ numbers.
definitely delivered on delivering good All-Star games. They did.
you like
LeBron's
that, bro?
generation, the problems that we're having are
Soft.
after them. The new kids are the ones. Oh
Yeah.
man,
The
and
ones who watch
I
them
don't know if I
play.
wanna- You said what?
Your influence is in your kids, yo. If your kids are throwing fits
That's
at
not true.
if your kids are throwing
not true.
shit, no, if your kids grow up to be psychos, it's probably because you did something stupid.
That's not true.
Okay, no, it's not. Okay, cool.
No. Kids have a
Yo.
mind of their own. People have a mind of their own. They make their own
To
decisions.
some extent, yeah. But the apple don't fall far from the tree. If you're a crash out, your kid probably gonna be a crash out. They watch you crash out your whole life. They're gonna see you crash out. So I'm trying to say that the influence that you leave is in the next generation. The generation today grew up watching Kobe. Thank God. Okay. Kobe's generation grew up watching Michael. Michael's generation grew up watching Dr. J. This is a generational thing. You're always looking at the guy who's 10, 12 years ahead of you and seeing how do they study? How do they work? How do they carry themselves? I'm sorry. Best player in the league, super athlete in his early 20s, ducking the dunk contest because he don't want to lose because it's bad for his brand because he don't got anything to win from it. Okay. Well, now Anthony Edwards is not in the dunk contest. He should have
That's
been.
what this is about. That's exactly what this is about. Yes.
That's what this is
soft.
about.
Can I just say?
It's soft.
Can I just
Yeah,
say
Damo.
because this is a topic that bugs me a little bit.
He ducked.
Kobe was in the dunk contest.
I get this.
So was Jordan.
I get like not wanting to be.
And
I get
Dwight
not wanting
Howard.
to be not wanting to be friends with people. Like I get not wanting to be friends with people, but iron also sharp iron. Like I know that Giannis doesn't want to work out with Steph because he doesn't want to be friends with him and things of that nature. But it actually would have been in Giannis's interest to maybe work out with some of these guys. And I don't know about you guys, but when we talk about not being able to be friendly with people and compete, I don't know about you guys, but I competed the hardest against my friends. Like we have to divorce ourselves from saying these guys can't be good off the court. They can't have fun on the court, but also not be competitive as hell, because those two things have to be divorced from each other. We have this narrative, like chill. Magic and Isaiah were kissing before the NBA Finals, man.
That was his man.
Like
Yeah.
I don't
That was his-
understand
that was his
where
man.
this happened.
Did they ever
That was
play
his
on the
man.
same
I don't
team?
understand where
Did
we
they ever
got
play on
this
the same
thing
team?
where guys can't be
Him,
friends, but also can't compete their
Damo
ass
don't.
off, because that's happened.
What about him?
I remember when LeBron went to when LeBron went to Miami, Kevin Durant thought that shit was soft.
And then he turned around and did it.
And then he turned around and did it. Because when the best player in your league can do something, I'm sorry, it becomes normal.
But
okay?
LeBron
If the
was
best
good.
player.
LeBron is good in All-Star. Matter of fact, in recent history, LeBron, it's the older generation that still maintains like the essence of the All-Star game. LeBron is the one going out there actually running in transition, throwing the shit off the backboard to go catch it. Like the older ones are the ones maintaining the integrity of the game. It's the younger players. And no, I'm not going to blame LeBron and D Wade and them for the decisions that the younger players are making in the All-Star game. I'm not doing that.
Pin over the
No one is
last.
saying
I'm
LeBron is
gonna
soft, just so we're
ask you a
clear.
question, Pin. So over the last, let's say, since 2010,
Mhm.
how many All-Star games have you seen that you can go, yo, this All-Star game was awesome? Because I've seen a bunch of them. 2010, when it was in a football stadium and 100,000 people showed up, that was an awesome All-Star game. The one in 15 in Madison Square Garden with Russell Westbrook, when he won the league, when he won the MVP, that was an awesome All-Star game. We've had a bunch of awesome All-Star games. There has not just been one, or these All-Star games have just been bad. When did they get bad, Penn? To your point, when did they get bad?
When people started just not playing defense at all in the fourth quarter, that to me was a big thing. And I'm not denying chill that we haven't seen great All-Star games. I think the 2020 was good, 2018 was good, but you remember 2001? Do you remember 1992?
All-Star game. That was great.
You remember 1988?
1993 was a great All-Star game. 2013 was a great All-Star game.
2016, 2009. But you know what? Most of your
those are all LeBron years, by the way. And
by the way,
whoa.
2016 was terrible.
Who is the leader of the league?
Points.
Yo, I don't. I'm not.
Oh, the one in Toronto.
I'm not speaking Spanish, yo. Who is the leader of the league? Who is the person
in 2016?
Yeah, who's the leader of the league? Who's the guy that everybody looks to and says, that's the dude that I'm following? Yeah, go ahead.
In 2016?
Yeah.
LeBron.
Okay, it was
great.
James.
So prior to 2016, up until from about 2005, I would say from 2004-ish, 2005 till let me say 2006 to 2015, 2016, most players would tell you that the person they looked up to in the league as that's the dude that I'm following is Kobe, not LeBron. LeBron may have taken it from Kobe afterwards, but let's not be crazy here. When you listen to players today who are 22,
so Penn, if that's true, then maybe we should have kept going because he left. Just so you know, he left the All-Star game in 2016. He was still around. It wasn't like he was gone. And these guys in 2016 and 2015, they weren't playing. They were playing. He was still in 2016.
Yeah.
So 10 years later, this generation who was younger should be following Brian. Is that correct?
They are.
So then why the All-Star game so whack then?
Because the league that you are seeing right now is comprised of people who grew up watching LeBron. Kobe has had a resurgence in popularity post his Kobe. The Kobe thing went kind of like a dip, and y'all not hip to it, or y'all just ignoring reality here.
I'm following you.
Okay,
I'm following you.
Kobe Bryant was, let's just say a blip, a really good player, but not a cultural icon influence in like 2003 to 2008. Like there was a gap there where he was on a losing team. There was a scandal and all that stuff. After that, became very beloved because there was a resurgent. Everyone likes, the comeback story. Then, of course, there was the reverence of the career, the greatness, the people like Kyrie came up after him, people who just admired the fact that he had extracted so much value out of his God-given gifts. He wasn't 6'10", 6'9", 6'8".
Sure.
He was a normal-sized basketball player with relatively decent athleticism who had morphed himself to a top 10 player.
He was around when the All-Star game was getting bad. This generation who you say has made the All-Star game bad,
and
these are the people
as it shifted away from him to as the league shifted from Kobe's. Look, come on, chill. If anyone up here understands what I'm saying, you do. We know.
I can't believe they're up here acting like they don't understand exactly what you're saying.
We had Kareem's league. Did we have Kareem's league? We had a league that was Kareem's league, right?
Crazy. You watched the games.
We had Kareem's league.
We watched LeBron and D Wade and Melo and
Kevin Durant.
that generation deliver us great All-Star games. We saw it.
Man, it ain't never been great All-Star games. It ain't never been Kawhi's league. It ain't never been Harden's league. Okay, there's levels to this shit. It was Jordan's league. Before that, it was Magic's league. Okay, Magic and Bird. Yeah. After that, it was Kobe's league. After that, it was LeBron's league. And LeBron's league sucks. You don't get to walk away when your league sucks. I'm sorry. Load management, all this stuff.
What are you talking about right now?
When you are successful doing something, you will invite copycats. Let's not act like the Mike D'Antoni Suns didn't inspire all the three-point shooting. Let's not act like players not playing defense in the All-Star game and someone sees and be like, oh, he can do it, I can do it. Everybody is trying to mimic success. If you see a dude become successful in your profession, you'd be pretty stupid not to try and mimic what they do.
LeBron has been good in All-Star games. He's played them well. So what are you talking about?
Here's the point, and here's you just missing.
No, you're not making a point. You're just
making a perfect point. No, I'm
You're
not.
just yapping. You've been yapping for the last 10 minutes.
Hey, man.
Damo,
You want to
would
talk.
you like would you like to come and expand on this amazing point that Penn's making?
I just hate the All-Star game conversation because it to me it's super disingenuous because growing up they weren't playing defense like that in the 2000s for the All-Star game.
Thank you.
That like unless it was a close game, no one played defense in the fourth. So I'm not understanding why we have all of these harsh ass feelings for today's All-Star game. Like today's All-Star product is so bad compared to the past. But you go boot up, and I'm gonna say a random year. So please, chat, don't cook me. You go pull up the 05 All-Star game, and it's just self-lives from T-Mac and Vince Carter. Like they're still coming down the lane, just having fun, putting on a show. It is for entertainment. I don't unless people go out there with agendas, unless there's like some goal. We've seen competitive All-Star games, cool. And today, back then, but for the most part, at least through my lifetime of engaging in basketball, All-Star games, they don't play hard for real. Why? Because this is a break. All-Star weekend is a break. It's a break. That's all I'm hearing from the All-Star game point of view. From the dunk contest, man, look, everybody not showman dunkers. Okay, LeBron might not be he might suck in a dunk contest. That is possible. Some people suck. All right, some people can't go out there and just put on a show, improvising dunks for a dunk contest, and that may be LeBron. Kobe did it, cool. Jordan did it, cool. Everybody's not Kobe and Jordan. LeBron's not Kobe or Jordan. He's more Magic. Did Magic do the dunk contest? No. Did Larry Bird do the
nasty.
He's more Magic.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
He's Magic now.
We just said what was his draft comparison?
That's not disrespectful.
What was his comparison? What was his comparison when he got drafted?
Yeah, but obviously he's a far
it
better
was
athlete.
not an athletic
Far better
comparison. He's the
athlete.
greatest athlete in NBA
Whoever's
history.
league it
playing
is,
style, yeah.
if it's
Damo, he's an
if it's your
airborne
league,
player, Damo.
If it's your league, I was just hearing, whoever league it is, blah, 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 is indicative to the All-Star weekend. Okay, it's LeBron's league. He sucks at dunk contests. What is he going to do? Not do the dunk contest. Anthony Edwards, young athletic guy, but if you can't put two moves together in the air, what is the point of me watching you do a tomahawk
When's the last time a top 10 player participated in a dunk contest?
Who cares?
Dwight Howard.
Do you want to see dunkers? Do you want to see dunkers? Do you want to see good dunkers or do you want to see names?
Honestly,
they want to see names.
Both.
And that's the problem. Y'all go watch the pro dunk. Go do something else. I'm not gonna lie. The dunk contest is not for you. I want to see good dunks. I don't give a damn who does them. It could be G leaguers.
Mac McClung winning dunk contest is good for your NBA.
Is dope though.
Did you not see his dunks? Did you not see his dunks? Was his dunks not amazing?
Yo,
what's his dunks?
Why is it either or though, Damo?
Okay.
Why can't it like be both?
Because name a top 10 guy that's a showman dunker.
We're not doing this shit.
Real talk. Name a top 10 guy that's a showman dunker. Go ahead.
That's a good point.
You keep saying like this.
That's a good point. I think only Ant.
Yeah, but he keeps doing like this showman dunker point. But it does get to like prime LeBron. Hey, when you jump 44 inches into the air, you could probably do some shit while you're up there.
He only does
probably. Could probably figure something out.
None of these dudes are doing anything.
You probably figure something out of it.
Yo, Kador's
Hey, Anthony Edwards can figure out something to do while he's 43 inches in the air. He can figure something out.
Yeah, but real talk. All the great dunks have been done. Like there's just
that's a better argument.
Like how creative can we really get with this dunk contest that's been going on for 20 plus years? There's not that much that a human body could possibly do in the air that hasn't been done. That's my only thing on the dunk contest. As far as what Damo said, hold on, Pen. As far as what Damo said about the game, I'm forced to agree that we didn't see 4 quarters of hard basketball. I've never seen that in an All-Star game. I've never seen 4 quarters of hard-nosed defense matching up, playing like this is a real pickup game in the closed gym. We have never once seen that in our lives. None of us have. I will say that there has been some pretty competitive second halves, you know what I'm saying, late third quarters, fourth quarters. We've seen a lot of that now. We've seen a lot of that. I think now it's just kind of like we don't really get much of that, and it's just kind of so blown up on TV, so blown up on social media that we're really taking realizing like people don't care about it no more.
I do feel like it's gone more to not caring than it ever has been. But Damo's 100% right about the fact that we've never seen a actual hard-nosed defense played All-Star game. Never once. We've seen spurts of it. We've seen Kobe attack Bron on defense. We've seen spurts of it. Absolutely, we have. But let's just not pretend like the All-Star game has ever been a closed session pickup game where we're actually seeing the best players go at each other. We've never seen that.
Was Zion a top 10 player at some point?
No.
What
Zion
point?
should have
That's
done the
bullshit.
dunk contest.
What
was
point?
Ja
That's
Morant-
what year? What year?
What point was Zion ever a
year-
top 10 player?
He's
He's
gonna say
never been a top 10
2022,
player.
I think.
No,
No,
he's never been a top 10 player.
He's never been
No.
a top 20, but he was like a top 15. He was around.
cool.
He had a one.
But
year
but
run.
Penn,
Well,
I think
we
I
would
think
just
he would have
disagree
had
on that.
he would
Has
have
Ja
had an
Morant
exciting
ever been a
dunk
top 10
contest.
player?
No, John Moran's never been a top
Maybe
10
in
player.
22.
Never.
No.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe
he's
in
never been a
22.
top 10 player. No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Maybe in
Anthony
20.
Edwards?
We're talking about
And
yeah,
yes.
he is now.
And
He is
Giannis?
now, yeah.
Giannis
Yes.
Antetokounmpo?
I don't want to see Giannis. In
I
that.
don't
want
see.
Giannis
Yeah, I
to
don't.
win
I don't want to
contest,
see
man.
Giannis in a dunk
I watched
contest.
Stromile Swift in a dunk contest. Yeah,
And
I
is
think
Giannis
I think
Stromile
Giannis
Swift?
could
Stromile
hang.
Swift is different.
Stromile
That's
Swift
different.
had he had Boogie with the ball in the air. Like the point of everything's been done. You're right. We need professional dunkers now that practice dunking professionally to come and do the dunk contest to see stuff we never seen. It's
I
hard
think
for
you're gonna-
players. Go ahead.
I think you're gonna like what I'm gonna say. The dunk contest, in my opinion, is not about who can dunk the best necessarily. It is about who can dunk in a way to announce their arrival to the league. It is a rite of passage. It is also a great way to duel it out. We don't get to see one-on-one in the NBA. It's a team sport. Dominique versus Michael was a one-on-one thing. Tracy versus Vince, one-on-one. Dwight versus Aaron Gordon or whoever. That shit it's like one-on-one, mano a mano. Carter Bryant entering the dunk contest right now. How much better would this dunk contest be if it wasn't just Carter doing it as a lottery pick and just a whole bunch of no names? What if it was Carter and Cooper and Anthony Edwards right now in the dunk contest?
Carter is a whole bunch of no names.
Yo, watch your mouth, son. Watch your mouth.
A-
Watch your
adding-
mouth.
adding-
Watch your mouth.
Okay, so
I gotta keep it real.
okay, you're keeping it real that a lottery pick is a no name, cool. But I'm saying Carter might be one of the few lottery picks who was willing to do this. How would you like VJ Edgecombe in this dunk contest? You want to see him in the dunk contest? I certainly better not get
No.
any pushback. Why? VJ Edgecombe can't be in a dunk contest? What the hell are we doing here?
I don't think he's a showman dunker.
Oh,
What
my
does that
God.
mean? Because I feel like that's bailout. Like, what
It's
does that
not
mean?
bailout.
They're not
It's not bailout.
I don't think it's a bailout. I
I'll
don't
give you
think
an
it's a
example. Zach LaVine, if you
He's a
watch
showman
Zach,
dunker.
no, he is not. Not in games. Not in games. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's
We
not.
just gonna lie. We just
No,
we
we're
gonna
not
sit here and
lying.
lie on camera. You gonna
Zach
look in that
LaVine
camera
is
and
not a
lie like
showman
that.
dunker in
That's so-
games. No,
that's
he's
so-
not.
That's so nasty
No,
work.
he's not.
We just sit up here and lie in this camera to these
How am I
wonderful
lying?
people. These
Giannis
people.
was
Go
actually in
look
the
up.
dunk
Go look up.
I'm
Zach
not saying
LaVine's
Giannis was in the
career
dunk
dunks
contest.
in the
Yeah, Giannis was
league
in the dunk
in the
contest.
game.
Y'all looking forward to Jace Richardson
And it
in
was
the dunk
terrible, by
contest?
the way.
Y'all looking forward to that
He
shit?
was awful.
'Cause I'm not.
No doubt about that. He was awful.
Jalen
I
Brown was
feel like-
terrible last year, man.
Jalen Brown was awful. Awful when he was in it.
Awful.
What's the difference
Yeah, well-
between Jace
well, no,
Richardson
but
and,
notice-
and Carter Bryant?
No, I said Jace. Jace.
Absolutely nothing.
I know who you said, Penn. I'm saying as far as name value goes, what's the difference? In fact, Jace Richardson we're talking about dunk contests.
Yeah, I get it. I
that's
get
more,
why he's
that's
there.
More, that's more
I'm-
name value than Carter Bryant.
I mean, sure. unless you view Carter as a combination of two dunk contest winners, I guess. I don't know. But Carter's
Combination of who?
Carter's a better dunker. Vince Carter,
Yes,
Kobe
but-
Bryant.
but-
Carter
your
Bryant.
point,
That's
your
pretty
point is
simple.
that it's a rite of passage rather than, let's say, the best available.
It's an
dunk
announcement
contest.
to the league. It's a way. Look, a lot of these kids, like, I'm not saying Cade should have participated, but Jalen Green could have been a part of this dunk contest. A lot of these kids that get drafted into bad situations, they're not on national television. This is a way to come out on a national stage and be like, yo, that dude who's been averaging 20, whose games are never on TV, that's that dude. It's good for the league. It would be good for the league. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a showman. You don't have to be as good as Mac McClung and, Nate Robinson and all that shit. But I've seen this dunk contest go through ebbs and flows and valleys. And it used to matter to people, man. It used to matter to Vince.
Dunk
But it
contest.
mattered
when,
to Vince
when
because
did
it
it
mattered.
when did it
It
tank?
mattered to Vince.
When did the dunk contest go downhill?
when
On whose
LeBron
watch?
decided he didn't want to do it.
You name guys you will want to see in it that were in it. This is what's pissing me off. Jalen Green did a dunk contest. Giannis did a dunk contest. You're naming people that did a dunk contest and you don't even remember. Why? Because they sucked. Like, I don't understand this. I don't get this. Like, y'all will see people, you will see somebody that can jump high and automatically assume, you know what, he'll be great for the dunk contest. But Buddy can't even win. He doesn't even know how to do a competent windmill on improv. Like, again, showman dunkers matter. And I know real talk, you're saying, what is a showman dunker? Historically speaking, Blake Griffin, showman dunker. Blake Griffin, before he was top 10 in the NBA, showman dunker. Guys who put
I get, okay, Damo, I guess this is my point. Because to me, it's not like people are doing dunk contest dunks in games, even the guys that we consider showman dunkers. That's why I'm calling it like a bit of a bailout. Because it's like,
no, it's not a bailout. What happened?
Giannis has never done the dunk contest.
2014.
2015, he was in the dunk contest.
Was it 2015? Exactly.
2015, he was in the dunk contest. Yes, he was.
I do not remember that.
It's not just about in-game dunks, real talk.
That's Damo's point. That's Damo's point. The fact that the reason why you don't
Showman
remember
dunkers
it
is a
because
real
he
thing,
sucked.
yes. There are guys that are more creative than others. Yes,
that's Damo's point.
And it's not just in game. When I say showman dunkers, I'm not talking about just in game. You can go back and look at them in high school, the stuff they were doing in high school when they were in high school dunk contests, when they were in high school games, the stuff people do in practice. People that actually have, I call it
LeBron
in
used
the
to
air.
literally put on a show in the warm-up line.
Exactly. And what was he doing?
He was doing creative passes where he threw it behind his back.
He threw the ball off the wall. He threw the ball off the wall, caught it, and said,
I'm talking about in the pregame warm-up. Pregame warm-up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
let me spin around, twist, throw it up, catch it, and do what, chat? Tomahawk dunk.
No, he had some tween. He had the East Bay in his bag. He had a windmill in his bag. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Bro, Brian had some showman dunks. We're not gonna act like Brian couldn't do it.
I apologize.
The same shit
we've
shit we've been seeing for 20, 30 years. That's
My
the
bad.
point. Like,
I am more in agreement with that argument than this. Oh, they're not a showman dunker. Like nobody's doing. Nobody is doing the dunks they were doing the dunk contest in the game. Nobody's doing that.
It's not about doing it in the game. When I say showman dunker, I'm not talking about in-game dunkers. Because if I was, I would say guys that put on a show in game. That's what I would say if I meant in the game. So you limit it to, they don't do this stuff in the game. Who cares? I'm not saying that's not my argument. My argument is their abilities to perform extravagant dunks. Penn can say, oh man, the dunk contest is more about making a name for yourself, which it is. That's why a lot of young players do it. It's to get your name out there, especially when the stars don't want to do it no more. That's fine. But most importantly, the essence of the dunk contest is to do spectacular dunks.
Move the people.
That's it. It's entertainment. So you have to get people who are great at entertaining. A lot of these guys aren't great at entertaining. A lot of these guys are not creative. The ones that are surprising. A couple years ago, people don't talk about him at all in the dunk contest, which is bizarre. Trey Murphy. I did not know Trey Murphy had that in his bag. When he did the dunk contest, he came in second, but Trey Murphy pulled some stuff out the bag. I would much rather find out Trey Murphy has bounce and boogie in the air than sit here and pray that Ja Morant decides to do the dunk contest. I will want people who will want to be in the dunk contest because they'll actually put in work or do something or surprise people, entertain people. I would much rather that. You don't
know what somebody would do in a dunk contest if they were to practice for a dunk contest. Like you genuinely
they don't practice for the dunk contest.
Wait, stop. You genuinely don't know that. Nobody knew, even though we knew Aaron Gordon could jump high and do the double pump. We didn't know that he was finna go out there.
You're ignorant. You're being ignorant. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. Real talk. You didn't know.
Let me finish
You
my
interrupted
point.
me. You interrupted me.
Let me finish the point.
You didn't know.
Oh my God! Shut up, bro. Okay, look. Let me.
We can have a sincere debate.
I got it. He just wants to overtalk. Let me.
You interrupted me.
Cool. what I'm saying is, yes, we all know that Aaron Gordon was a major high school dunker. I know that. Everybody knows that. If you watch is Aaron Gordon really just 16 or whatever that is? The whole mixtape, legendary mixtape. We all know that. That's fine. That's fine.
He was crazy.
My point is, this is my point. Even though we knew that Aaron Gordon could do the tomahawk dunks and all of that, nobody knew that he was going to go out there and scoop 360 off a goddamn mascot while he's on a fucking. No, you did not know he was going to do that.
I knew he could leap over niggas that were 6'10".
I did not know he was going to do
that.
that. Real
I knew
talk.
that.
You did not know he was finna 360 scoop
off
off a nigga on a spinning goddamn. You didn't know that. You did not know that. You did not know that. You did not know that.
I knew he could do that.
So now,
why I knew he could do it?
Thank you for a hoverboard.
Because he's done a 360 scoop out of someone's hands before. He's done it before. There's
Not
videos of him doing it before the dunk contest. That's how you knew.
Hoverboard. No, he has not. No, he hasn't. Nobody knew.
I'm talking about the actual dunk.
That Aaron was finna sit in the air.
Over here hyping up the fact that it was a mascot spinning on a hoverboard like this to deliver the ball to him. Oh my God, that was so difficult. It's timing, gang. It's timing. I can do the dunk as long as I can time it.
So now it's simple, so everybody can do it. Now it's simple. Everybody.
No, real talk. That's not what he's saying. Real talk. That's not what he's saying. Real talk. He's saying that the only difference between that dunk and the dunk that he's already seen Aaron Gordon do is who he took the ball from, because the only difference was that the mascot was spinning on the hoverboard. That's all he's saying. He's not saying
y'all knew Aaron Gordon was finna go out there and scoop 360 dunk off a mascot on the hoverboard.
I'm not saying that 360. Y'all knew that. I'm not saying that. If you allow me to finish, thank you.
As you were saying, Damo. As you allow me to finish. Yes, I knew Aaron Gordon could 360.
You knew he was going to go out there and do that, sure.
360 scoop dunk. I knew he could do that. But, oh man, okay, cool.
No, you good.
I knew he could 360 scoop dunk. He's done it before. That was a trendy dunk at the time that a lot of people that was really nice was doing. Okay, so he could do that dunk. I agree. No one knew he was going to bring out the magic mascot and have him spinning, delivering it like a pizza on a hoverboard. My point is, the pizza spin on a hoverboard, that didn't change the dunk. The dunk was still fired. The 360 scoop is what he was able to do.
It did.
To me, I'm just saying for me. For everybody else, cool.
The reason why, Damo, is because the timing. The reason why, Damo,
the timing is there, but
that's where the showmanship comes in. That part, that's why it changed it. Like if he just did a 360, but to have the mascot coming in spinning, that's where the showmanship part comes in. To your point.
I agree, and that's why he's a showman dunker. That's why guys like Blake Griffin are showman dunkers. That's why Dwight was a showman dunker. Other people who are able to put on a show and entertain the crowd, showman dunkers. Y'all want people that can't entertain nobody unless they're dunking on somebody to be in a dunk contest.
So what made Blake Griffin a showman dunker other than dunking on a lot of people?
I don't speak for everybody else, but I want Wemby.
That's what made him a showman dunker.
But Damo, here's the thing though. The reason why, to your point, Damo, the reason why people wanted James in the dunk contest was because of the showman dunker he was in games. They wanted to see that in a dunk contest. A guy jumping off one leg, windmilling, and punching the ball. Like he wasn't just dunking it, he was punching it. A guy running past the rim with the rim being right here and I'm throwing the ball in the rim. They wanted to see that. That's part of the showmanship. But to Penn's point about it being devalued because of this generation, wouldn't I, real talk, be inspired after, if I'm a dunker, right? I'm a high flyer. I get above the rim. If I'm young and I seen what happened in 2016 between Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, why wouldn't I want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't I want to do something like that? Why not? That. I'm listening. I can answer that. Because nowadays, you will watch the dunk contest and you'll see Mac McClung do a cool little dunk jumping over somebody. Ooh, through my legs. Ooh, behind my back. That's dope for an NBA player. And then I'll do this thing called pull my phone out and I'll just scroll Twitter. 1 scroll, 2 scroll, 3 scrolls. Oh my God, Jordan Kilgannon has just done a 720 scorpion behind the back dunk. Like, oh my God.
Most people don't know who that is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. But they've seen the clips. They might not even know his name, but they've seen the clips.
The casual fan that is watching the All-Star game, because now we're including like middle-aged people and so people that watch television to this day, because that's who's watching television. They don't know who Jordan Clingan is.
They might
don't
not know
who
his
that is.
name, but they definitely probably
haven't
seen a
the
clip.
My
They've seen a
mother
clip.
has not seen Jordan Clingan's scorpion dunk. She has.
When was the last
Yes,
time you talked to her about the
I
dunk
don't care.
contest? When was the last time you talked to her about the dunk contest?
Who?
Your mother. When was the last time you talked to her about the dunk contest?
We watch it every year.
When was the last time you talked to her about it?
Mama be debating
All of
about
us
the
watch
dunk
it every
contest.
year.
Last year he talked
We
about
make All-Star Weekend an event for the family. We watch the 3-point contest, watch skills. We watch it together. She does not know that nigga. I promise you, she doesn't.
So she's not. So your mother engages in All-Star Weekend festivities, and I would think more basketball throughout
Did
the
you
year
call him
than just
Jordan
that.
Klingan?
I said
Yeah, whatever
Kilgannon.
that-
I said
yeah,
Kilgannon.
No, I said Klingan.
Oh, you
I
said
don't know
Kilgannon.
that-
Okay,
yeah,
I
don't
said
know what that
Kilgannon. I
is.
probably said his name wrong, but
Cool.
okay.
All I know,
Go ahead,
Dan,
go ahead,
when I
Chuton.
saw Jordan kiss the rim,
The
and
re-
reset,
the-
I was trying to do that. I was like, I gotta learn how to do that. I
Yeah,
couldn't
but
do
chill.
it,
Here's
though,
the thing,
but I
man.
was trying.
Here's the thing, though. Like, if LeBron goes into it, what is there? There's probably a world that exists where even if he won it, people would be like, he should have won it. And if he didn't win it, people would have killed him too, man. Like this,
Can't win for losing.
like that's the world we're living in too, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think it got to the point where, and I don't agree with Penn's point in terms of guys announcing themselves to the league. LeBron announced himself to the league even before he got into the league. He was 16 years old. People knew he was going to the NBA. Like, I don't think that should be
Right. So
the
there's
rite of
nothing to
passage is
gain.
like an unwritten rule. The
Right.
rite of passage is like an unwritten rule that people thought, every great generational guy had to do the dunk contest. But that's just something that people thought had to happen. It doesn't have to happen. If a guy doesn't want to do dunk contest, he doesn't have to do the damn dunk contest. I think that's like sort of Mars's logic. Like we expect guys to do things just because guys before them did it. Like, why isn't Jokic now blamed for the All-Star game not being intense when he's the best player in the world? Like, why don't we do
And
that?
he damn sure
Why
doesn't
do we
play it
only do it
intensely.
with
but this is
like,
this
why
is
do
the
we only do it with
conflation.
LeBron? That's the problem.
Every
with this
player
argument.
has impact,
Point.
Damian. Every player does. Shea has impact. Jokic has impact. Giannis has impact. They don't
So
have
why don't they get killed
LeBron
for it,
and
though?
That's not what you're doing, though,
Curry
Penn.
and
You're blaming James for all of this
Why
stuff. That's what you're doing.
Why don't they get killed for
I'm-
it the same way?
they don't have the same influence. It's not their league.
Steph
What are we
Curry was
doing
lying
here?
on the floor. Steph Curry was
Literally,
lying on
when
the
Giannis
floor in
ran
the
by him.
All-Star game, so Giannis could jump over him. And that was arguably the best player in the world at that time. And we're talking about guys setting the tone. That was
If
Steph
James
Curry
did that.
lying on the floor, man.
That's a fact.
Yo, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say I'm all the way there with Penn, but we all can agree that LeBron has heavily influenced the league. Like,
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
very
but
few
he's
others.
not influential in the All-Star game being worse.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe,
No,
maybe
it's not because he
Oh,
plays
oh.
good in All-Star games.
But that's
Maybe,
not
maybe
what
not.
I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not playing good. I'm saying the rules of engagement are. Look, man. When it comes down to, I'm a young player. I'm trying to be a great player in the league. I need someone to look at. How do they handle their
Sure.
business? How do they handle their training? The way LeBron trains, I believe, has forced athletes to rethink how they train
Okay, so
in a positive way.
That's-
So it's
yeah,
not all
okay,
bad.
sure.
Certain things
Yep.
are bad. The team hopping might be bad. The discounting of rings might be bad. The overvaluation of longevity might be bad. But this is LeBron trying to protect his legacy and make a case for himself as the GOAT. And I
Okay,
respect
now
it. I
we-
get
now-
it.
So
we're
now
doing something else.
sustained
Now we're doing
excellence
something else.
is bad in a
No.
league.
Yeah, now we're doing something else.
No. But
We're 100% doing something else.
because
Let's
rings
stick with
used
the
to
All-Star
matter.
game. If
What I'm saying,
if
Chill,
we're
is
inspiring, if I'm
LeBron has
inspiring
inspired positive. He has inspired positive because he's inspired. I think he's inspired a lot of
The
positive.
league,
I
the
think he's
league
inspired- hold
lost
on.
the
I think he
championship influence after Bill Russell because you niggas walk around saying Michael Jordan to go because of 6 and Bill got 11. That's when we lost the championship value, not LeBron.
No, because Michael always brought it back to championships, and he wanted more than Larry.
But
Kobe
I'm
and
saying
Shaq
for
always
the
brought it back to
audience,
championships.
y'all,
They
if
always
it was
competed
about
for
championships,
But now it's
Bill
LeBron's league,
Russell would
and
be
suddenly
the
it ain't
GOAT.
about championships anymore because he ain't even looking at number 5.
That's because
He ain't trying to get number 6. He ain't
That's
trying to
because
get number 7. What's he trying to do?
You
He's trying
said
to
who? Kobe and who?
That's because
What?
it's changed.
Kobe
You
and
said-
Shaq absolutely cared about championships. They didn't care about
Yes,
championships.
they did. Yes,
You
they
don't
weren't
think
trying to
LeBron
compete-
cares about championships? You don't think LeBron cared about championships?
Do we see LeBron, making this stress about like getting that 5th, 6th championship? We trying
What do you
to
think
get
he's
a
still doing here?
I don't-
Are you crazy?
What?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Are we still doing this? Are you driving a Skip Bayless level argument on player's choice right now?
No, not at all.
You are.
Hell no.
LeBron doesn't care about championships.
Yeah,
Is what
Right
I'm saying.
now, no.
So we
I
kind
don't
of
think
jumped.
he
Hey,
does.
Pig,
What we
keep,
did, Ron.
Pig, keep driving. I'll get in the car with you in a second. But keep going.
What we did was we jumped.
Nice.
We jumped from here to there. So my motivation is to be like this. To Real Talk's point, James has always been good in the All-Star game. He has not ever disappointed in the All-Star game. He's always been good. So if I'm a young player and I aspire to be that, why would I not want to look at him in the All-Star game? That's number one. Number two, if I'm moving forward, he's always been in the best shape. He's always been available. All of those things have always been the case with him. So if I'm a young player, I'm aspiring to be like that. Now it's very difficult. There's not a lot of guys who can do that. That's why you don't see a lot of guys doing it. However, I can't listen to the logic of a guy not being inspiring like James was, and this whole thing being his fault, because it's not.
Chill, that's not what Penn's saying though. Penn is
What is he
saying,
saying?
and I believe Penn is right. And we can say this with every great person that's came through the league. LeBron had a ton of influence, some good, some not so
As good as
good.
Jordan.
And the point that I just said,
Yeah, some good, some not so
everybody
good.
that has all the best players in the league have had good influence and bad influence. But what I want to say about LeBron is, I think it's all right. The league has been in good hands for the last 23 years with LeBron. Like, yes, it's some things that we can nitpick, but I think overall we can all agree that we've had a hell of a 23-year ride with LeBron James,
Absolutely.
for better or for worse.
Yeah,
It's
but
been a
there's
great
two
time.
different arguments. There are two
Exactly.
different arguments.
Yeah,
LeBron having influence, good or bad, is different argument to LeBron ruining the dunk contest and All-Star
The
weekend.
All-Star game.
They are
Which he
two
didn't
different
do.
arguments.
He didn't do that.
Oh,
Honestly-
no, because Penn is saying that he believes that some of his influence has to do with the All-Star game not being as good as it was,
It's
and the
brand
dunk contest
preservation.
becoming
Hold
better.
on.
now.
Ron. I'm
Look,
right here.
I'll
Brand
even meet you
preservation.
I'll meet you halfway, Penn. I'll meet you halfway. And Ron, I can even go to the extent that LeBron did negatively impact the dunk contest by not doing it. I'll even submit that point. I'll concede that point. But what I really do not see is how LeBron James has had a negative impact on the All-Star game when he performs in All-Star games.
Okay. So clearly there's something is getting lost in what I'm saying and what you're hearing, because you keep going back to how good LeBron is in All-Star games, and I don't think that's the point. I didn't say he sat out All-Star games. I'm trying to tell you that being really great comes with copycats.
Sure.
Any team that is going to win a championship, for years we heard teams can't win championships shooting jump shots. Teams can't win championships shooting threes. Then the Warriors come along, they do it. There's Steph's influence on the league. Now you get the Boston Celtics. Now you get a lot more teams shooting jump shots because now we know it works. Michael's influence on the league was effectively the triangle, the great big two. Everybody's like, oh, you got to have the great big two. You got to have those two guys, the two guys. Jordan had a tremendous amount of influence on the league, but he also maybe hurt the league a little bit by going away for a bit. Maybe he hurt the league with the scandals that he had. I'm trying to say every player's had an influence. And LeBron's biggest influence on the league is, I think that athletes think of themselves more as a brand than a competitor than they ever have before. I think there is a lot to lose when a dude dunks on you and you're suddenly a viral clip. So you don't want that to happen. So you just don't guard as much. Maybe there's like a thing to be lost by LeBron checking Kawhi Leonard on every single play and trying to lock him down, like Michael tried to do with Clyde, or Michael's trying to do with Larry. So maybe you don't want to do it as much
But
because you don't
Michael
want to get
wasn't
embarrassed.
guarding the best player every play, though.
Yeah, because he had Scottie.
Neither
Why
did
do
Kobe.
we- why-
But he had
Kobe.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but even
Why do we do this
even the
competitive
guy
thing
you
with
wanted to bring
LeBron?
up, Kobe, especially after when we get to the late 2000s where he has a championship team again. Trevor Ariza is guarding the other best player. Ron Artest is guarding the other best player a lot of the time. I'm not saying that Kobe did it.
After
I'm not,
years of
I'm not
Kobe
saying
doing
that.
it, though,
I got it.
This is after, this is on the back end, though. Real talk.
Okay.
Wait.
I know Kobe used to do it, but also LeBron used to pick up these matchups as well. That's also the other point. Like I can agree
LeBron
with
didn't guard
some of
KD?
what you're saying as far as the newer generation, but it is not because of LeBron James. LeBron James has done all the things that you old heads I'm not calling you an old head, but I'm saying this is like old head mentality. That old heads want, and they still complain about it. LeBron James played great defense. LeBron James competed in all-star games. LeBron James performs in the playoffs. LeBron James is all of the things that old heads want, and they still complain about it. You know what the parallel to me, right? Because I do think that LeBron made players more kind of worried about their career and navigate and dictate more of their career personally. I will say this. I think what LeBron has done is very similar to what Floyd has done in boxing, right? And so a lot of people in boxing are mad about Floyd Mayweather because, oh man, these fighters don't want to fight the other best fighter and they're just trying to protect their undefeated record and da-da-da-da-da. They're just worried about the money. But when you actually look at Floyd Mayweather's career, the one that they say they're copying, Floyd actually did fight everybody. Floyd fought everybody, that all the greats in his generation, right? But he's going to get the blame for the new niggas not doing what he is doing. And so I feel like that's what you're doing with LeBron. LeBron James has done everything that you wanted him to do, but he did it a different way. He did it navigating his career and putting his career in his own hands, but he still accomplished and did everything you wanted him to do. But now newer players are seeing that example, but they are kind of leaving out the competitive part of it. I get what you're saying in that pen, but I'm saying that's not Bron's fault because Bron was still a competitor.
Look, man, nostalgia.
And I want to say this.
Go ahead.
I want to say this because I know that Ron might want to move on. The biggest myth we have in NBA history is that LeBron is not a serial psycho competitor, man. You can't play in the NBA for 23 seasons. You can't go to 8 straight finals. You can't go to 9 finals in 10 years without being a psycho competitor and then waking up in the new year and wanting to do it all over again. It's the biggest myth we have in NBA history. People don't put him on the same level as Kobe and Michael in a competitive sense. But guess what? MJ needed a break throughout his career. He needed multiple, actually. LeBron's competitiveness, to me, in my eyes, playing at an elite level, he was just as competitive as those guys. You don't take care of your body the way he does. You don't show up every season the way he does if you are not psycho competitive and care about winning, man. That's the biggest myth we've seen in NBA history.
Who was a better defender at 38? Who's a better defender at 39? Who's a better defender at 40?
Between who?
Between who?
Michael and LeBron.
I don't think you want to have this argument.
Please, let's not go down this road.
I'm sorry. I watched Hakeem Olajuwon on his last legs in Toronto, and he was still playing defense.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with the conversation?
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the check throw smoke and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.